Okay, so this is the academic success video. I've never really done this before. Well, so I'm going to read the questions. How would you define critical thinking? So, when it comes to critical thinking, I believe how I personally define critical thinking is that you put some effort and you actually try to figure out connections on the topic that they're asking you. For instance, like pulling out the main idea. There we go. Like pulling out the main idea of a prompt or an essay, such as like during going through like APs. What is the main topic or main purpose of the author's reasoning for writing the his essay or prompt? And so, that's what I believe as critical thinking. So just making those kind of connections and building on it. There you go. What is the personal definition of academic success? It may sound kind of crude, not crude, but when I think of academic success, I personally think of getting, A's of course, but being consistent within your work, being able to either support yourself, and also help people who are in need. And so, in order to do this, like, personally, I think academic success is the ability to understand and help people around you. And so that goes on to the next question, which is, what do I think the goal of college is? I really think that college is here to help prepare us for the real world in terms of thinking for ourselves and, like what I said before, building on the connections that we may not have made during high school, and now we are taking advantage of that kind of time. So, yeah. What do you consider to be your greatest strengths? Brag about yourself and write down what do you think your strong points are, if you're unsure. The greatest strengths that I have in terms of academic-wise, I find myself to be pretty good or decent at math, and that I'm actually kind of good at teaching people. I've heard that a couple times from my friends, because I did occasionally go after school and help tutor some kids when they were struggling in algebra, and one of them did say, I finally understand it, and you, oddly enough, your voice sounds calming in terms of teaching, so I kind of find that weird, but yeah. And going on to the next point, my weaknesses, in terms which is the opposite spectrum for my strengths, is that I'm not quite good at English, and so I do struggle. But now, I would say now, unlike in high school, I was afraid to step out and ask for help, especially on my English, which is way different from my math. And so now I'm in college, I know I can't sit down and stay quiet. And so I really think that I could improve upon my English skills and also my social skills. Yeah. How will your strengths and weakness impact your goals, experience in college? So, oh yeah. So, when it comes to the impacts that both my strengths and weaknesses upon my goals for college, I mean, for my weaknesses, I'm slowly getting out of my shell in high school, and I'm actually taking steps forward, trying to talk with people, even people who I've hardly talked to in high school and in middle school. I decided to take the first step and say hi and see if they still remember me. And if not, it's a new slate. So, I'm slowly making my weaknesses into positives. And again, with my strengths in math and my tutoring skills, I think that I'll slowly be able to adjust to college given these given the years that I'll be here. And the last question is, do you think high school prepared you for the challenges of college? Yeah. I believe that my high school prepared me for the challenges of college. I went to university high school, so yeah. And so the workload, it's kind of similar to what I've been brought up to for the past, from the past 4 years. And so I'm not quite overwhelmed. The only thing is that high school wasn't as strict in terms of their due dates. So again, you could turn in some late homework now and then, and you'd be fine with not too much repercussions. But now in college, there's no leeway, and it's a hard deadline. So UHS may have prepared me in terms of the workload, in terms of like the assignments. It's easy. It seems like easy assignments to me right now, yeah. But the one thing that I feel like they failed in terms of prepping me for would be time management wise. So yeah. That's it.